Nintendo.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to WWTF. We want to pass the game on MikeC.
I'm Fred White.
Hey, Genesis does what Nintendo don't.
Here's the unboxing. There you go.
There you go. That's what it is.
Two controllers, a HDMI cable, a power brick, micro USB cable, and this. But before we start talking about it, as always, we're going to give it a number of facts. Mike, how many facts do you give this?
Actually, I give it a 5, but.
I'm going to give it a 5 as well, Mike.
Bro, this is like one of the best far as like the mini little consoles, man. True to life far as what it is. It's a mini console, high def of the Sega Genesis 16-bit. I remember me actually getting the original one and actually doing that. The only thing different, of course, there's a lot of things different. Granted, it's smaller and it doesn't have like the little cartridges because these were cartridge-based systems. So you have over 40 games up in here, man. As far as like, wow. And they have a lot of great good titles up in here as far as like all the Sonics. I think they got Shinobi up in here and some other games 3. Like Alice Kid, Kid Chameleon. They have a ton of games up on here. Then they have an option too to change it to some of the overseas type of language and everything, and it opens up other levels and different like looks so far as some of these games. So man, you have everything works as far as with that usually the on and off switch. They even have the as far as this used to be, I love the headset. As far as the volume and everything, this doesn't work though. No. As far as to put your little headphones up in there, man. But a pretty good, cool looking, unique type of little.
On the side they have the.
As far as your expansion, a lot of people don't know this, right? This was as far as your expansion for your 32, not the 32X, Sega CD. So your Sega CD, can you open this yet? Yeah. So this was the expansion that you would hook up your Sega CD to, and which I did get a Sega CD, so it was pretty freaking cool, man. But this is a pretty cool looking device, bro.
Now I had the I think I had this generation and the second generation, but I had the second generation Sega CD, and that lied on the side. The first generation was
underneath. Yeah, I had the second generation too.
And, the thing about this is that the controller, I don't remember the controller being so light. But it works as well. And this thing, what I wish they would have done with this was made some type of expansion port for the side and then bring out that first gen or second gen Sega CD and the 32X and have some type of thing up here where you stick the 32X in and have those as different components so you'll be able to play Sega CD and 32X games on there. But the caveat of this, I really wasn't a big Genesis person. When it came down to the Genesis and the Super Nintendo, I always went to Super Nintendo because to me it had better graphics, it had better sound. You can just look at Mortal Kombat 3.
Right.
Compare that to what you had on the Sega Genesis. You had a lot of noise and clicks. It sounded like, you know what I'm saying? And it didn't sound like the arcade like Super Nintendo did. So that was one of the drawbacks. And then when I was playing this, there were a lot of games that I really didn't play because, like I said before, I wasn't really into Genesis. But some of the games that I played, you know, like Ultra Beast, Shinobi 2, and there was Ghouls and Ghosts.
Yes.
Those were fantastic games. And this is a known fact. To this day, I have never been able to get off the first level of Ghouls and Ghosts. When I played it on this, I got to the second level with the turtles and the bouncing turtles. I've never seen that. I've never been past the second stage on this. I mean, it's a really good system, but it just brings you back to that nostalgia, and it sounds the same. It looks the same. It's no different. And Sega was the people that actually made this. They didn't go to a third party or second party. They made this. At Games did not make this console. Sega had the full rights and did everything to this console, man. And for me, it was alright, but like I wasn't a Sega Genesis fan. I was a Super Nintendo fan. And for me, this is more of a like I got one because I really don't need it.
Right.
I really don't need it. because I already have all the Sega collections, the Sega CD collection, and the Sega 32X collection. I already have all those games, so I really don't need this. And I was thinking about taking it back because I really don't need it, but I'm going to keep it because I was going to go ahead and get some USB joysticks, and this is the way I don't have to because it comes with 2. So I'll keep this and use this for my emulator, and I can play more games. But I would just wish that I can't wait till somebody jailbreaks this, and you'll be able to play the 32X and the Sega CD games on here. Because I would love to play Spider-Man versus Kingpin on it. That's one of my favorite games. Favorite games. You
just tuned in the show. Yeah, that's one of his favorite games.
Yeah.
You talk about that a lot.
Yeah. But I guess let's go ahead and get. You got anything else?
That's it.
Right. Let's go ahead and give it a final verdict, Mike.
Final verdict for it.
Mike, the Sega Genesis Classic.
Yep.
Is it a buy or a pass?
I say buy it, man. Buy it, you can get it. Go ahead and play with it, man. It's good for far as also to some of the other kids to see where graphics has really came from, as far as what it used to be like now and then there. And this for far as all you OGs and everything, as far as playing those old games. So there you go.
It's a definite buy. But I don't think it's, even though it's a buy, I don't think it's something that it's not going to be catered to the Fortnite generation.
No,
because when they look at these graphics on here, they're not going to play it at all. This is more to the Sega Genesis, the 13-bit and 16-bit and 8-bit generation.
13-bit?
Oh, I didn't say 13-bit. 16-bit generation. Well, there might have been a 13-bit out there somewhere, but but this is more catered to us in our age group and our demographic. Not so much that Fortnite crew. They're not gonna like this. I'm telling you, because as soon as they see that one graphic on there, like, oh nah, I'm not playing this no more.
Alright, so like always, you guys can hit us up at thagamersshow@gmail.com. That's the Gamer Show for that. Don't forget to head on the Facebook store page to find a low price. Don't forget to hit us on vTime. Don't forget to subscribe, become a Gamers Club member, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to be notified when we drop videos like these.
And please remember to like, subscribe, and follow all our social media networks. Join our Steam House community and our website community where you can get some free stuff. And we'll see you next time on WFTF.
What's that?
The Gamer Show.
See you next time for watching.